The concept of money, while essential in modern society, comes with several inherent problems. Here are the top 10 common issues associated with money. Reason: unequal distribution and wealth inequality. Money isn't distributed evenly, leading to vast disparities between the rich and poor. Wealth inequality contributes to issues like poverty, limited access to education, and healthcare disparities, which perpetuate cycles of inequality. Uneven money distribution and its impact can be seen in access to education and healthcare in many countries, including the United States. In wealthier areas, schools are often funded by local property taxes, meaning they have significantly more resources due to higher property values. This funding disparity allows affluent schools to provide advanced programs, well-paid teachers, smaller class sizes, and up-to-date learning materials. In contrast, schools in low-income areas receive much less funding, which can lead to overcrowded classrooms, outdated resources, and fewer extracurricular opportunities. This disparity in education funding limits opportunities for children in low-income neighborhoods, affecting their academic performance and future job prospects. Without equal educational opportunities, children from poor families are more likely to face limited career options and lower wages, making it difficult for them to break out of poverty. Similarly, healthcare access reflects wealth inequality. People in wealthy areas often have access to high-quality healthcare facilities and specialists, while those in low-income areas may rely on underfunded clinics or face long wait times for basic services. This lack of healthcare access contributes to higher rates of illness and low life expectancy among low-income populations, perpetuating cycles of disadvantage and inequality across generations.
Using money as a measure of value and success, money often becomes a primary measure of a person's success, leading people to equate wealth with worth. This mindset can devalue non-monetary achievements like creativity, kindness, and personal growth, pressuring individuals to prioritize financial gain over other forms of fulfillment. A primary measure of success is seen in many corporate environments, where high salaries, bonuses, and promotions are often the main markers of achievement. In these settings, individuals may be judged primarily by their job title or income, rather than by qualities like teamwork, creativity, or empathy. Take the case of a talented employee who is deeply passionate about mentorship and helps others in the company thrive. This employee consistently builds team morale, fosters collaboration, and even guides younger colleagues, contributing to a positive work culture. However, these contributions might go unrecognized if they don't directly result in higher profits or meet specific revenue goals. Meanwhile, another employee who prioritizes financial metrics over people, often working solely toward bonuses, sometimes at the expense of others' well-being, may receive more praise, pay raises, or advancement simply because their efforts are seen as financially valuable. This environment can lead individuals to prioritize financial outcomes over meaningful work and personal fulfillment. Over time, those who may be more inclined toward kindness, creativity, or community building may feel pressured to shift their focus to financial gain just to be recognized, or they may feel undervalued altogether. This mindset devalues non-monetary achievements, contributing to a culture where personal worth is measured more by wealth than by positive impact.
Reason 3 is materialism and consumerism. The pursuit of money can foster materialism, where people focus on acquiring things, often at the expense of relationships, personal well-being, and the environment. This can create a cycle of endless consumption without lasting satisfaction. Fostering materialism can be seen in the culture around luxury brands and consumer electronics. Many people feel pressured to own the latest smartphone, designer clothes, or luxury car to signal success and status. This drive to acquire high-end items often leads to a cycle of continuous spending to stay up to date or in style. Imagine someone who works long hours in a high-paying job primarily to afford these luxury items. They may buy the newest phone every year, constantly upgrade their wardrobe with designer labels, and even purchase a larger home they don't truly need. Although these purchases provide short-term excitement, they rarely lead to lasting fulfillment. As this cycle continues, the focus on material possessions can come at the expense of personal well-being, relationships, and even the environment. The time and energy spent working long hours for these purchases can strain family relationships or friendships, as there's little time left for genuine connection. Additionally, constantly chasing the next new thing can lead to burnout and a sense of emptiness, as material things don't provide lasting satisfaction. Environmentally, this cycle of consumption also has consequences. The constant demand for new products fuels manufacturing that often involves resource extraction, pollution, and waste. In this example, the pursuit of money to fuel materialism leads to less fulfilling lives, weakened relationships, and a larger environmental footprint, all in the name of temporary satisfaction.
Reason for psychological stress and anxiety. Financial concerns are a major source of stress, affecting mental and physical health. The fear of not having enough money or losing money can lead to constant anxiety, impacting quality of life. Financial concerns impacting mental and physical health can be seen in a single parent who works multiple jobs to make ends meet, constantly worried about paying bills, covering rent, and ensuring their child's basic needs are met. This parent faces overwhelming financial pressure. Even with their hard work, unexpected expenses like medical bills or car repairs can lead to intense anxiety, as there's often no safety net or extra savings to rely on. This financial stress impacts both mental and physical health. The parent may experience anxiety, sleep loss, and even depression due to the fear of not having enough money to provide stability for their family. Physically, the stress can lead to headaches, digestive issues, high blood pressure, and fatigue. Over time, the mental strain of constantly worrying about money may also reduce their ability to focus, affecting job performance, and could lead to feelings of guilt or inadequacy, especially when they're unable to spend quality time with their child. Reason 5 is corruption and power imbalance. Money holds immense power, leading to corruption and manipulation in politics, business, and other institutions. Those with significant wealth can often influence decisions and policies to their advantage, perpetuating systemic inequalities and eroding fairness. Power leading to corruption and manipulation can be seen in the influence of large corporations on environmental policy. In many countries, wealthy industries such as oil, gas, and pharmaceuticals donate substantial amounts of money to political campaigns, hire lobbyists, and fund think tanks that advocate for policies favorable to their interests. Take, for example, the fossil fuel industry. Oil and gas companies often spend millions on lobbying efforts to sway lawmakers against passing strict environmental regulations or to maintain subsidies and tax breaks for their industry. By funding political campaigns or offering lucrative post office jobs to lawmakers, these corporations gain significant influence over environmental policy decisions. As a result, policies that could benefit the public, such as stricter emission standards, renewable energy incentives, or climate action plans, are often delayed, diluted, or blocked. This manipulation prioritizes corporate profits over environmental health and public welfare, disproportionately affecting low-income communities who experience higher rates of pollution and have less political power to advocate for change. Reason 6 is short-term gains over long-term sustainability. Drive for profit often encourages people and corporations to prioritize short-term financial gains, sometimes at the expense of long-term goals. This mindset contributes to environmental degradation, overexploitation of resources, and disregard for ethical considerations. A clear example of this is in the fossil fuel industry. Many companies focus on maximizing profits through oil and gas extraction, prioritizing short-term financial returns even when it's known that continued reliance on fossil fuels significantly contributes to climate change. Despite the long-term consequences like rising global temperatures, extreme weather, and harm to ecosystems, these corporations often invest more in immediate profit-driven projects than in sustainable energy alternatives. This short-term mindset has also led to overexploitation of natural resources, like forests and water supplies, often disregarding the ethical and environmental impacts on local communities and future generations. Reason 7 is attachment and loss of self-worth. Money can become deeply tied to one's sense of identity and self-worth. People often fear losing money because they associate it with security or self-esteem, which can lead to unhealthy attachments and a sense of loss when finances fluctuate. Consider someone who has built a successful career and accumulated wealth, gaining recognition and admiration from others. Over time, this financial success becomes a core part of their identity, how they see themselves and how others see them. If they face financial setbacks or lose a significant amount of money, it's not just about the loss of income. It feels like a personal failure, as though their value as a person has diminished. This can create a deep fear of losing money, as their self-worth is tied to their financial status, leading to stress, unhealthy risk-taking, or reluctance to make career changes, all to protect the identity they built around their wealth.
Reason 8 is barrier to freedom and authentic choice for many. Money, or lack thereof, limits options. forcing people into jobs or lifestyles they may not enjoy simply to make ends meet. This restriction can prevent people from fully exploring their potential or pursuing paths that align with their passions. Imagine a talented artist who dreams of pursuing a creative career but struggles with financial constraints. Without a financial cushion or supportive network, they're compelled to take a stable job in a field they have no passion for, like retail or data entry, just to cover rent and bills. Although they have the potential to thrive in an artistic field, the pressure to maintain financial stability restricts them from taking the risk of exploring their talent. As a result, they feel unfulfilled, stuck in a lifestyle that doesn't align with who they truly are. This restriction holds them back from fully realizing their potential and pursuing a life centered on their passion.
Reason 9 is detachment from human connection and compassion in the pursuit of financial success. People can become disconnected from empathy and compassion, focusing more on personal gain than on community and relationships. This mindset can foster isolation and social disconnection. Consider a young entrepreneur who becomes highly focused on building a successful business and accumulating wealth. They begin to prioritize work over spending time with family and friends, rationalizing that financial success will eventually allow them to provide for loved ones. As their drive intensifies, they start viewing people around them in terms of what they can gain networking primarily with influential contacts, ignoring friends who don't offer professional benefits, and disregarding community responsibilities in favor of profit. Over time, their once meaningful relationships weaken, and they find themselves more isolated, surrounded mostly by transactional connections. The pursuit of financial success has not only distanced them from empathy and compassion, but it's also eroded their sense of community, leaving them feeling unfulfilled despite their
Reason
wealth.
10 is environmental impact of wealth accumulation. The desire to produce more goods and accumulate wealth fuels practices like deforestation, pollution, and fossil fuel consumption, which harm ecosystems and contribute to climate change. This focus on economic growth over environmental responsibility puts unsustainable pressure on natural resources, threatening biodiversity and the health of our planet. A prime example is the palm oil industry. Driven by high demand and profitability, companies clear vast areas of rainforest in places like Indonesia and Malaysia to establish palm oil plantations. This deforestation destroys habitats for endangered species like orangutans and tigers, leading to significant biodiversity loss. Additionally, the burning of forests to make way for plantations releases massive amounts of carbon dioxide, contributing to air pollution and climate change. Despite the environmental toll, the industry's pursuit of profit continues to fuel this unsustainable exploitation of natural resources. Short-term economic growth is prioritized over preserving ecosystems, and the long-term consequences like species extinction, loss of biodiversity, and climate instability are often ignored. This unsustainable approach sacrifices the planet's health and future for immediate financial gains. Thank you for joining Break Down the Top 10 Challenges Surrounding Money. While money is a necessary tool, it presents challenges when it becomes overly prioritized or concentrated in the hands of a few. It has the potential to distract people from deeper values, place stress on mental and physical health, and create societal divisions. Recognizing these problems allows us to approach money with a balanced perspective, valuing it for the practical role it plays without letting it dictate our sense of self or well-being. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more insightful videos. Until next time, keep exploring capitalism.